Yep, yep, yep. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's King Ade with the Wizards Review. And we got the win, y'all. We got the win. You know what I mean? It was a tough win. It was a hard-fought win. It was really closer than this game should have ever been. And there were a lot of things that were not I disapproved of in this game. You know what I mean? But ultimately, we got the win. You know what I'm saying? And a win is a win in this league. You know what I mean? Any team could come and have a great game. And tonight, the young Pistons came for us. They try to get a win, try to dampen our playoff chances or play-in chances. You know what I'm saying? They try to do all that. You know what I'm saying? But when it really mattered, we persevered in the fourth quarter. Big game-winning bucket by Daniel Gafford. You know what I mean? And we got this win, man. Got this win. So, you know, there's a lot of things to not like. And this team, this Wizards team, if they want to make some noise in the playoffs, they can't play down to their competition. Well, I guess when you're in the playoffs and we're going to be a play-in team and we should win the play-in game and really get in the playoffs, we'll be the underdog. So I guess we're going to be playing up to our competition and we should play better. But we don't want to go too far ahead. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's locked, nothing's written in stone yet. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of improvement to do in order to get this, in order to, going into the playoffs and playing well. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of work to do. And the Pistons, the team that we should have beat by like 10, 20, I don't care if we were on the road. We should have beat them by at least 10. That's what the odds maker said. You know what I'm saying? The MGM Sportsbook had the Wizards as a 10-point favorite on the road. You know what I'm saying? So we should have really beat this team. But they fought hard. They played well. They got some good young players. And they're building a nice nucleus. So I don't want to discredit the Pistons and what they're trying to do. But we should have won this game more handily than we did. But we won the game. And since we won the game, I'm going to go into the things that I disliked about this game. You know what I'm saying? First things first, man. I just thought that we let the Pistons shoot very well early in the game, especially. To start the game, they were shooting very well, hitting a lot of shots. And even in the fourth quarter, they hit a lot of big shots. I don't even want to front on that. You know what I'm saying? They hit a lot of big shots. So I thought our defense wasn't up to par. I didn't think we came out with the sense of urgency that we needed to come out with when we're in a dogfight to keep the 10th spot in the play-in. Like, we got the last spot right now. The Bulls is right on us, and we have no room for error. So for us to not come out with the intensity, with the focus that is needed to, carry the momentum to get the win, to really let the Pistons know that you'll have no chance tonight. That's how you got to come out against a team like the Pistons, but we didn't come out like that. And we let the Pistons shoot the ball very well to start the game. So I definitely didn't like that. James Wiseman, their newly acquired center from the Golden State Warriors, former first pick of the draft, played very well tonight. You know what I mean? He was 6 for 6, 13 points in the first half. He ended the game with 21 points, 10 for 13 from the field. Only got to the line, two free throw attempts made, one of them. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal and a block. You know what I'm saying? So he was a -10 on the floor. He played well. You know what I'm saying? He scored a few good baskets against Porzingis, and Porzingis was playing good defense. So it's clear that excuse me, y'all. It's clear that Wiseman has some offensive game. You know what I'm saying? So he played well tonight. Magruder for the Pistons also hit some big threes. He ended the game with 9 points, 3 for 4 from the three-point line. So all his shots came from the three-point line. He also added 3 assists and 3 rebounds and an assist as well. You know what I mean? So his impact wasn't as big as I thought it was, but I thought he hit some timely threes during the game that kept the Pistons close. You know what I'm saying? Jaden Ivey, yo. He's going to be a star. He's going to be a star in the league. You know what I mean? Him. They got Cade Cunningham is out for the season. You know what I'm saying? But Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham in the backcourt, Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman in the front court. That could be a really strong nucleus. You give them a couple of years, get a little more strength, get a little more experience. You know what I'm saying? But Jaden Ivey looked extremely good tonight for the most part. You know what I'm saying? He was really the reason why the Pistons were such a problem for us tonight. He made timely shots in the fourth quarter. Big shots, big plays, big assists. Did everything that the Pistons needed from a point guard. So I was very impressed with his game. I'm not even going to lie. He ended the game with 26 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Now, we forced him into 5 turnovers, and he also had 5 fouls. So there's a lot of room for improvement for Jaden Ivey. But we let him have 9 points, 4 assists in the first quarter alone. And he just played a very good all-around game, showed his potential, a good double-double. You know what I'm saying? A great game for a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And he really could have been the reason why we lost this game tonight. But fortunately, we made some clutch plays towards the end of the game on the defensive end, as well as the big putback after the Bill missed to not let this game go into overtime. I did not want to go into overtime, and we didn't go into overtime. So I was definitely happy about that. But I was extremely impressed with Jaden Ivey's game tonight. I cannot lie. You know, he is a very good point guard. You know what I'm saying? A very good point guard that's only going to get better as time goes along. You know what I'm saying? But he played very well tonight. You know what I'm saying? I thought we had too many bad turnovers in the first half, and then a couple of bad turnovers in the second half as well. We ended the game with 14 turnovers. The Pistons only had 11 turnovers, so they turned the ball over 3 times less than we did. And I just thought that there were some sloppy passes, you know, reckless with the ball. In the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying, Denny, he did get fouled, hitting the nose. It was a blatant foul that he didn't get called for, you know what I'm saying? So he had the right to be upset. But to lose focus the way that he did, turn the ball over, foul, turn the ball over, back-to-back possessions, I was happy that Coach Unseld saw that he was flustered and took him off the floor, you know what I'm saying? But we can't have turnovers like that. You got to stay focused in the game. I know there's going to be times where you can't be focused and you're going to spaz, and you know what I'm saying? But not just Denny, though. I just don't want to put it all on Denny, you know what I'm saying? But there were just a little bit too many bad turnovers tonight. Some of our best players, Kuzma had 3 turnovers. Bradley Beal had 4 turnovers. Avdia had 4 turnovers. You know what I mean? So a little bit too many turnovers for some of our key players. But fortunately, it was not enough for the Pistons to get the win. You know what I'm saying? But I did feel that we were a little sloppy at times throughout the game. Our 3-point defense was lacking at times until the fourth quarter, where we really stepped it up and made it hard for the Pistons. But I thought that we let them hit threes, shot the 3-point ball well tonight, man. They were 13 from 30 for the 3-point line, a little bit over 43%. Now, we were 12 for 25, you know what I mean? So we shot less attempts and made 1 less than them. We shot 5 less attempts and made 1 less attempt than the Pistons did, 12 for 25, 48%. So we shot the 3-point ball very well, better than they did. But I just thought that we need to hold teams to under 35% from the 3-point line to really have true success, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I thought that they shot the 3-point ball a little bit too well tonight, especially for a team like the Pistons that are just trying to find themselves. You know what I'm saying? So we got to play better defense. We got to be more focused on the perimeter. And that's something that's been an Achilles heel at times throughout the season. And tonight it showed its ugly head. So we got to definitely play better defense on the 3-point line. You know what I mean? I thought in the second quarter overall, our defense as a whole was extremely lacking. We let the Pistons gain momentum, take a nice, comfortable lead for a while, and go into halftime with the lead as well. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that, again, in the second quarter, They just lost a lot of focus on the defensive end, and the Pistons took advantage and really went on a run and took the lead. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, we got to play a full 48, at least a full 40, at least 46 of the 48. You know what I mean? We got to play. We can't have stretches in a quarter where we're letting inferior teams go on runs and gaining momentum and really thinking that they're going to win the game. You know what I'm saying? And in the second quarter, I really thought that was occurring at times. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do better in that regard. I thought Corey Joseph gave the Pistons some good minutes off the bench. He scored 11 points, 6 assists, only 1 turnover, a +3 on the floor tonight. So that's definitely a quality line from a point guard coming off the bench, man. So I definitely didn't like that. Omarui got hot in the second quarter. A player with a 10-day contract for the Pistons got some playing time and made the most of it. Ended up with 15 points, 6 rebounds, and a turnover, +3 on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I see his last name, so I know he's a Niger. I know he's a Nigerian, so I could understand the hard work and dedication, you know what I mean, to get to that point and taking advantage of opportunity, you know what I'm saying? But I did not like that it was against us, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely needed to play better defense against a guy that most of us never ever heard of, you know what I'm saying? He had a nice game for the Pistons off the bench. So again, man, just sleeping on certain players, not paying attention. I don't care who it is, yo. If they're a player we never heard of, they should not be a factor, period. They should not be a factor, and I thought that he was too much of a factor tonight, so I definitely didn't like that. I already mentioned Denny losing focus in the fourth quarter. He got to do a better job of keeping his composure. He had the right to be upset, man. He did, you know what I'm saying? But we need him on the floor, man. We need him focused. We need him rebounding, which he did a very good job of, again, tonight, just rebounding the ball. You know what I'm saying? But that loss of focus in the fourth quarter cannot happen moving forward. We really need him to just stay focused no matter what's going on in the game. And that goes for the rest of the team as well. You know what I'm saying? They've done a better job lately of not complaining to the officials compared to earlier in the season. But there's still a little bit too much complaining for my liking. You know what I mean? So this season is getting close to the playoffs, and that's when it gets even more physical. So this complaining to the refs and all that is really going to not hold any weight, especially in the playoffs where fouls are not getting called. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So we really need to focus on staying focused. You know what I'm saying? When times get tough, when calls aren't going our way. And those are the type of things that we got to prepare ourselves for, especially when we get to the play-in and the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And then Kuzma in the fourth quarter, I thought he played well in the fourth overall. He was a closer. He made some big shots. Made some very nice plays, but I just thought there were times where he took some bad shots as well in the fourth quarter when we really needed to close this team out. You know what I'm saying? Like it was nip and tuck, tie game, we up 2, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But I thought that if he could have took some better shots or made some better decisions, we could have, expanded the lead earlier, and we might have not needed that game winner from Gafford to get this win. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that there were times in the fourth towards the end that we didn't take the best shots when we were up where we could have expanded the lead. So I was kind of disappointed in Kuzma's shot selection at times in the fourth, but overall he played a great game, especially in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? So, that's nitpicking kind of, but I just felt that we could have closed this game a little bit better than we did. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, that's everything that I disliked about tonight's game. You know what I'm saying? Nice list. And it was enough that we could have really lost the game, but fortunately, we showed the resolve necessary in order to get this win. You know what I mean? So I was definitely happy about that. And with that said, let's talk about the things that I liked about tonight's game, man. You know what I mean? And off jump, man, I loved our ball movement for the majority of the game. I thought that we, especially when we woke up, especially in the second half, where we came prepared, more focused, and determined to get this win. We ended the game with 27 assists. The Pistons had 29 assists, so they beat us in the assist category. They had more assists than we did and less turnovers than we did. That's usually a losing formula, but again, we clamped up when we really needed to clamp up in the in the second half, his fourth quarter especially, and we shot the ball extremely well tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? 58% from the field, 48% from three. Now, we were only 76.5% from the free throw line, but we were 13 for 17. So we missed 4 free throws. So not too bad, you know what I'm saying? But overall, we won this game because we just shot the ball better than they did, you know what I'm saying? But I did think that although they had more assists than we did and less turnovers than we did, I felt that we moved the ball very well, again, especially in the second half. Of course, we pushed the pace. Again, loving when Denny gets the rebounds and just pushes the pace. Love when Kyle Kuzma gets rebounds and just pushes the pace. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely did a good job in regards to that. I thought Porzingis played a great game tonight, you know what I'm saying? And what I really liked about Porzingis' game, not just tonight, but recently, is he shoots the three, takes the three-point shots. He was 3 for 7 from the three-point line tonight, but he had 24 points, 8 for 15 from the floor, so he was over 50%, very efficient from the floor. 5 for 6 from the free throw line. We definitely like that. Added 7 rebounds, a couple of assists, 2 assists. And just 1 turnover, man. He did foul out, but what I did like about his game tonight was that he went to the basket, y'all. He went to the basket and forced the issue, got some good foul calls, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I definitely like that. And then I also just like the fact that he's just not settling anymore. You know what I'm saying? He's really understanding what we need from him, and he's playing much more active, trying to be more physical, grabbing rebounds, got some big rebounds in the fourth quarter and helped us get the win. You know what I mean? So I'm really loving what I'm seeing from Porzingis. He's hitting his threes. He had 13 points in the first half. You know what I'm saying? Added another 11 in the second half, so he was even in both halves of the game. So, you know what I mean? So overall, man, I just thought Porzingis played a great game. I loved the fact that we were forcing turnovers again. They had less turnovers than we did, but we had timely turnovers. Sometimes in the NBA, I always say this, it's not about the amount of turnovers, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's about when the turnovers occurred. And we had a big turnover towards the end of the fourth quarter when Kyle Kuzma swiped the ball. I forgot who was the Pistons player that he swiped it from, but he swiped the ball when they were right at the paint, ready to try to score an easy bucket. So very good defense, a very great turnover that really helped us seal the deal. You know what I'm saying? So I really love the fact that we forced turnovers. And to carry on that point, DeLon Wright, man, his defensive presence alone. I mean, again, we had a total of 11 turnovers forced. DeLon Wright had 5 steals. So he had 5 of the 11 turnovers. He caused 5 of the 11 turnovers that the Pistons had. And then I believe that he also I recall him forcing another turnover, forced the backcourt. He didn't steal the ball, but he startled the Pistons player to turning the ball over. So I don't think he got the steal in the stat box, but he definitely forced that turnover. So DeLon Wright's presence, playing the passing lanes, playing on ball defense, stealing the ball, just all around great perimeter defense by DeLon Wright. And really, the Wizards got to do what they got to do in order to make sure they keep him for future seasons. You know what I'm saying? He's been a journeyman, but to see the way that he plays defense and him being a journeyman makes no sense to me. You got to have defenders. You know what I'm saying? He has a good enough game to get assists. He hits the three-point shot. You know what I mean? A +8 on the floor tonight. He only had 3 points. He made 1 shot. Only shot 4 times, so he doesn't force anything. 1 free throw, but he had 3 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 steals, and a block. I mean, hold on. And how many turnovers? And no turnovers. No, we got to keep him. The Wizards got to do whatever they got to do to make sure that he signs on a multi-year deal because he's a great combo guard. He can play the 1 or the 2, and he plays great defense on the perimeter. And that's something that we've lacked over the past few seasons. So to have a player like that game in, game out, causes defensive ruckus for us, we definitely got to find a way to keep him. You know what I mean? And then I love the fact that I already mentioned it. Jaden Ivey played well, but we forced 5 turnovers. And again, DeLon Wright was part of the reason for some of the turnovers that Ivey had tonight. You know what I mean? So again, I just love what I saw from DeLon Wright. Trying to slow down Ivey. Ivey played a great game. I cannot reiterate that enough, minus the turnovers. But we forced that. You know what I'm saying? It's great team defense as well as DeLon Wright, getting his hands on the ball and stuff like that. Definitely great defense and definitely, slow Ivey down a little bit. You know what I mean? I thought Bradley Beal played an excellent game as well, man. He played an excellent game. He did a little bit of everything tonight, man. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists in the first half alone. He scored 10 points in the third quarter alone, you know what I'm saying? And he ended the game with 32 points. So he scored another 8 points in the fourth quarter. He did have 4 turnovers, which I didn't like, but he had 32 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, a block, and a steal, 14 for 21 from the floor. So we shot 66% from the floor, 1 for 2 from the three-point line, so he's not settling for threes. And he missed 2 big free throws in the fourth quarter, so you got to demote him for that. But he was 3 for 5 from the free throw line. He really should have been 5 for 5. You can't miss those key free throws in the fourth quarter, Bill. You know what I mean? But overall, Bradley Beal played an excellent game tonight. There is no denying that, man. He was unguardable. There was no one on the Pistons team that could guard him, and he knew it, and he took advantage of that, man. His offensive game is so sweet at times, you know what I mean? And I really love what I saw from him tonight. I thought that we, as a team, hit the three-point shot. I already mentioned that. We were 4 for 7 in the first quarter alone. We ended, what did I say, 12 for 25, 48%. So overall, we shot the three-point ball very well tonight. Daniel Gafford was a presence in the paint tonight, man. Not big numbers, 8.7 rebounds, but he was a +2 for us. Added an assist, a block, and a steal. So we did a little bit of everything. But the biggest thing was the putback of Bradley Beal's miss at the end of the game to seal the game. That was the play of the game. If it not only won us the game, but avoided overtime. We have a game tomorrow against the Hawks, so we didn't want to expend too much energy against the Pistons. We expended more energy than we should have tonight, really, against a team like the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? We really should have blew them out and have our starters rest by the middle of the fourth quarter, so our legs would be even more fresh for tomorrow's game. But nevertheless, we won the game. Gafford was a big reason why we won the game, especially Porzingis fouling out. Gafford came in and made the game-winning shot. So great game by our centers as a whole, for real. I thought Gafford and Porzingis played very well together, as well as when they were on the floor on their own. You know what I mean? So I really like what I saw from Gafford. Man, Corey Kispert is now hitting the three-point shot like the player that the Wizards envisioned him to be when they drafted him. You know what I mean? Like, he is hitting that three-point with no hesitance, putting that shot up with no hesitance, and it's all net. You know what I mean? He ended the game with 16 points tonight, 4 for 5 from the three-point line, so 12 points from the free throw line, but he also was driving to the basket, got some putbacks. He's 6 for 7 on the floor, a good 32 minutes on the floor tonight, a +4 for us. 16 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. I'm just loving what I'm seeing from Corey Kispert, man. You can see the confidence, just game in and game out, him getting more and more confident, playing like he's supposed to be on that court and hitting those threes the way that we envision him hitting threes. You know what I mean? So I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Corey Kispert, and he played a very good game tonight. So I definitely like that. We got to the free throw line tonight. 17 attempts. Again, the Pistons shot the free throws more than we got. More free throw attempts than we did. They got 22. We got 17. But it was timely free throws, timely fouls. Bradley Beal getting to the rim, drawing a foul in the fourth quarter, but he did miss 2 free throws. You know what I'm saying? But just, the team as a whole getting to the line when we really needed to, and for the most part, hitting our free throws. You know what I mean? So I definitely like that. I thought that our offensive rebounding was very good tonight. We ended the game with a total of 37 rebounds. We had the Pistons had 30 rebounds, so we ended the game with 7 more rebounds than they did. We had 9 offensive rebounds. I thought we dominated them on the offensive rebounding side of things, but when I look at the box score, I realized the Pistons had 10 offensive rebounds, and I believe a lot of that was in the first quarter or the first half when we were trying to figure out what we needed to do to stop them. Because in the second half, I just thought that we were just much more dominant on the rebounding end of things, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? From the eye test, I just thought we were much more physical in the second half. But in the first half, the Pistons were giving us issues. I'm not gonna lie about that. You know what I mean? I thought that Denny rebounded well tonight. 5 rebounds for us. And, you know, he's just a great rebounder from the 3 position. You know what I mean? So I definitely love what I saw from Denny, minus his frustration in the fourth quarter, which he had a right to be frustrated, but you got to keep your composure. The team needs you. You know what I mean? I thought Kyle Kuzma, after a slow first half, turning the ball over a few times, just not playing his best game in the first half. He came out in the second half and stepped it up big time, you know what I mean? And in the fourth quarter, he made a lot of clutch baskets to help us win the game. He tried to be a closer, you know what I'm saying? Our defense lacked a little bit. Jaden Ivey went crazy in the fourth quarter, so he kept the game closer than it really needed to be. But I thought Kyle Kuzma stepped up, and he made some big plays in the fourth quarter, which helped us get this win. So I definitely like that he didn't let his first quarter phase him, but in the second half, in the fourth quarter specifically, he made some key plays. He just can't be taking too many bad shots, and he got to see the floor a little bit better. There were some wide open players that could have, I think Kispert was open, one of his bad shots in the fourth quarter. So he got to see the floor a little bit better, but I did think that he made enough key plays in the fourth quarter for us to get the win. You know what I mean? We went on a 14-2 run in the third quarter, and I believe that's when the table started to turn, and we eventually took control of the game. Now, I thought that we were going to take ultimate control of the game, but to the Pistons' credit, they didn't back down. They didn't just give up. They fought to the end. And it made this a hard win for us, you know what I'm saying? But in that third quarter, when we had that 14-2 run, that was the moment in the game where I was like, we're going to win this game. Because we're just a better team. We just got much more experienced players on our team, and we should not lose this game after this big run, after starting the first half as bad as we did, you know what I mean? So that big run in the third quarter was really the key, the catalyst to turn things around, and eventually for us to get the win. So I definitely love the fact that we were able to really, really lock in the third quarter and shut the Pistons down, take the lead, and eventually get the win. And I thought Goodwin gave us good minutes off the bench like he usually does. You know what I mean? Ended the game with 6 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 block, no turnovers. 3 for 4 from the field, you know what I mean? So giving us great minutes off the bench, man. So overall, man, we needed every player that got on the floor. We needed every contribution that we got in order to get this win, and we definitely got the win tonight against a team that we should have beat. Even, in my opinion, we should have beat by at least 10 points, you know what I'm saying? But they're an NBA team. We can never sleep on anybody, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. We got the win, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. And now we got a game against the Hawks tomorrow in D.C., and we really need to get that win too. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. If you enjoyed the content, man, I would really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel at The Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow me. You can also follow us on Twitter at Wizards Review. Now, you can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on the Xbox Series X and S on NBA 2K23. You know what I mean? So a quick turnaround. We got another game in less than 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be right back here tomorrow after the game to recap it. Hope you guys will join me. Enjoy y'all evening, man. Until tomorrow, take care. Peace.